106.5 Riviera Radio with the best of the Riviera.
Hi, my name is Stephen Paul, and I'm the director of the Festival de Bargemon and Mad Art Studios in New York. The Festival de Bargemon really began about 8 years ago, when I first came over here from New York to the south of France. And I was trying to find a way to recreate the energy and attract the same kind of audience that I had enjoyed in New York. So I got an old motorcycle and I started traveling around. I did this for a couple of years, looking for interesting galleries, communities of artists, any kind of project that might be a good place to set up shop, or a place that might inspire me to start a similar kind of project that I had in New York. And I came across a little town in the Var, in the foothills of the Alps, called Seyon, and a gallery called the Magnanary. And at the time, the Beddingtons were working with the owners of the Magnanary, putting together exhibitions. And I learned they also had a gallery in Bargemon, a town a little farther along the road, a little harder to access. I went to see their gallery for one of their openings. But as I was entering town, this small, beautiful medieval village, nestled in the foothills of the Alps, I passed another gallery. The gallery was Blue Dog Litho, a contemporary lithography and printmaking gallery with some paintings as well. And it was owned by Per Hansen, a Dane who had had the gallery there for about 10 years in Bargemon. And it was a great collection of work, some of the strongest I'd seen in the south of France. It was a good omen. So I continued to the Beddington opening and saw a huge crowd of people appreciating a great show. I could see on the 2 floors of the Beddington Gallery, nestled in the ramparts of the village, that they had a great collection of work from artists all over the world. And to find this here in this little village, tucked away, about 40 minutes away from the Mediterranean, was a relief. It was the place to try and start a project. So about 4 years ago, I took a studio in Bargemon, a small studio, not far from the Mairie, not far from the Place, and started working, ran into a couple of problems with various things that slowed me down. But after a few years, I found the time to put together a proposition for a contemporary art festival. I went to New York and talked to the artists at Mad Art Studios, because I always had the hunch that they would be willing to come over to this beautiful area of the world, especially in the summer when there was very little going on artistically in New York. And sure enough, 15 of them were interested and eventually did come. I came back to France and started looking for places for them to stay. The deal was they buy their own tickets, but we now furnish them housing. And a lot of people from Bargemon offered their places to stay. I think the artists, the deal with the artists was they were going to give their hosts a piece of artwork. So it was a good deal for everybody, but it was a great sort of feel-good situation that the artists were coming and being welcomed by being housed by the citizens of Bargemon. It was a nice dynamic. Then I went out trying to find money, and my brother Bob and his wife Kathy pitched in significantly, as did I. I put in some money as well, and the mayor Yves Baquet and the council, they agreed to pitch in some money. And with the help of Madhu Hillenius, the adjoint de la culture for Bargemon, we ended up building 250 meters of exhibition space and putting on this first Festival of Bargemon. We had a total of about 30 artists exhibiting outdoors alongside the 2 local galleries, Beddington Fine Art and Blue Dog Litho. And those were the goals for the first year, to set up the dynamic, the process, see if it worked, and have a look at the potential. It went brilliantly. We had a good crowd for a first year, not huge, but certainly a worthwhile event, enough people. And it was very promising for the following year, which would be 2018. In 2018, we put together an association with Aurélie Franiat, the notaire, lawyer for Bargemon, Madhu, and Inga Hurup, a wonderful artist from Denmark who lived not far in a little town called Calais. And together we worked towards the 2018 festival. Again, we had 30 artists coming from different parts of the world, a lot of them coming from New York. We had local artists coming. We had 3 galleries this time, adding Le Hongard from Draguignan. And we also had performances this year. Jim McCarty and friends. Jim McCarty, the drummer of the Yardbirds.
Okay, everybody, let's give a really big welcome to the Friends of the Yardbirds!
The performance schedule included an opening evening with Jana, a Nice-based singer, and her band. The second night we had the Lakeshore Blues Band and then Jim McCarty and Friends of the Yardbirds. On the third day we had Lionel Fraschini and the Sforza Trio. He had performed at Carnegie Hall the previous year. They played a set of world music. Then we had a couple of friends, Satoshi Haga and Rie Fukusawa, dancers that had performed at the Jacobetti Paul Gallery in the past in New York. And they had put together an original choreography that they presented for the first time on our stage. So we have our association together again, working on 2019. We are in the process of finalizing the list of artists. We're looking for sponsors again, as we did in 2018. And we're beginning the work of advertising, finding housing, all the things involved in putting one of these festivals together. In 2019, we will be hosting 15 artists from other places who will be working in town for 2 weeks after the 10th of July. And the festival will open with an outdoor evening barbecue type event with the artwork on the walls and a concert. I think Ulster Page, a really good local rock band, will be playing that evening. And the festival will continue outdoors with a program of concerts and performances, including Satoshi and Rie, who will be back to perform for us. This year our goals will be to build on the successes of the past years and increase the audience, we hope. We'll be doing extensive publicity, working in the area, trying to get our neighbors, the neighboring villages, to come and see what we're doing, and hopefully get some people to come up from the coast. It promises to be a wonderful event. And we thank everybody involved. It's taken a lot of work to get this far. We've had amazing support from the people of Bargemon and the administration. And we really do appreciate all the help from our sponsors. Primarily Bob, of course, Bob and Kathy, and hopefully they will come this year. But also the mayor and the support of the council. There'll be more information available quite soon on lefestivaldebargemon.com. And we are hard at work preparing for the 10th of July when the artist arrived, and the 25th, the vernissage. All our contact information will also be at lefestivaldebargemon.com. And if you are interested in sponsoring us, that would be much appreciated. If you would like directions or information about participation, please go to the site and get in touch. There will be a group this year called the Friends of Bargemon, which will, among many other benefits, give you the opportunity to win one of the many artworks of the artists that are participating this year. We have a Facebook page, and we will have a presence on Instagram, and you can contact me directly. Either way, we hope to see you on July 25th, 2019 for the Festival de Bargemon.